Like we're a matching duo or a matching trio today,
Oh my
you know?
gosh, we're all wearing black, guys.
Yeah. The black edition, huh? Well, listen, we're super grateful. Everyone, welcome to the call. We're super excited. You know, we started this series with Mr. Bryce Thompson, Chairman 750, a few weeks
Can we
ago.
just say, before you go into it, babe, can I just say, guys, let's give it back to Junior. Can we show him some love in the chat box? Because honestly, he goes out of his way to actually arrange these calls to make sure that we are getting value from the top, like the creme de la creme of this industry. Like, I don't think you guys understand, like, both the individuals that he's invited, this is the second part of the series. And I mean, they're both Chairman 750s. Like, they're both Bryce Thompson. Oh my goodness. Like, we didn't even want that call to end. And now we've got the very first Chairman 750 inside of this company is here with us. And it's all Junior making this happen. So we love you so much. We appreciate everything that you do to make sure that the family is making money. So
love you too, Katrina.
And you know, Kat, I'm gonna have to add to that because the value that, you know, Junior's actually bringing to every single one of you guys is something you don't want to take for granted. I mean, when you look at the 3 years that, you know, Jay and Kat, we've been in this opportunity when we think about at the beginning, to get on a call with David or see David speak, it would take like 3 months. We'd see David every 90 days at an event. But you guys are having this like every week. Junior's going out there and getting in contact with Chairman 750.
thank you, Jay.
You know, Chairman.
You guys, without you, it wouldn't be possible as well, though. Without you know, Katrina, my backbone, Montel, my side bone, front bone, backbone. You guys are my family, man. So I love you guys. You guys inspire me so much to become better, and that's why I feel like these calls are important because we are around these legends. We have a time to spend. You know, in America, a lot of the team are in lockdown. They haven't even had the chance to go to a physical event yet with these mentors. So they're in the company, you know, where they haven't seen David in person. They haven't seen Matt Rosa, Jason Brown, Alex Morton in person. And we've had
a whole Matt Rosa on this call, you know. I'm actually
whole Matt Rosa
blown away. Like when he speaks, like when Matt speaks, it's just, oh God. Like, I mean, I can't believe these guys haven't had the opportunity to have him in an event, because when you hear Matt speak in an event, the whole room,
different.
It's crazy.
So without you guys, it wouldn't be possible. So give a 777 and love hearts for Katrina and Montel too, because without them and Zane, our chairman, 250 loading.
250 loading.
And I'm overwhelmed. I'm so excited. So what we're gonna do, guys, we have actually got our special guest on the call right now.
Let's go.
So we need to get the energy high because it's about to get lit, right? Listen, today has been an incredible day. Promo after promo after promo. If those promos should have fired you up, right? But to give you a little cherry on top, we're gonna give you guys the most phenomenal training from our chairman.
Wait, hang on a minute. Guys, I want us to say congratulations in the chat to Chairman Kelvin. Can you guys just congratulate Chairman Kelvin in the chat? Because Chairman Kelvin has just made history. Like he has just gone and opened the floodgates in Africa. He's just gone and done something that's never been done before. A male platinum 5,000. And we already know that in the next 30 days, Chairman Kelvin is gonna be a chairman. You know, he's not even gonna allow us to even breathe before his chairman flyer is gonna drop. So let's just drop a congratulations, Kelvin, in the chat, because he did incredibly well. Platinum 5,000, big P5, 5K a month, 60K a year, Nigeria. What? Nigeria. And shout out to his mentors, Sylvia and Stefania Ayo. They did an incredible job of mentoring him. So back over to you, babe.
No, I was just gonna say, Kat, you see that King Kelvin, whoever copied and pasted that in,
listen, King Kelvin, he's a legend.
That was ready.
And you know what's crazy? Like today's been going off. So let's give a massive shout out to everyone. Kavita, you know, Tinashe, every Platinum 150 promotion, every P600,
100%.
every P1000.
Congratulations, everyone.
Shout out to every single one of you guys. Drop a congratulations for yourselves on this call, man. It's great to be here with you guys.
Amazing. Man, well, we're so excited. We're gonna bring up our special guest right now. I'm just so grateful, you know, because I remember first meeting.
Wait, before we, I think it's only right that we also say congratulations to Ghana, because Ghana has really been doing its thing. Congratulations, Mimi El Bernard. Did you just pop like? Is it 3 or 4 brand new Platinum 1,000, Platinum 2,000 promotions in 4 days? No, not 4 days, in 2 days, Like, I can't even keep up. Ghana is blowing up right now. Ghana is on the rise. Congratulations, Ghana. Congratulations, Mrs. Mimi L. Bernard. Congratulations, Erica Bonnick. You guys are really killing it. Ghana is truly and well on the map, and everybody in Ghana is making money, and Ghana is on the rise. Chairman is loading. Chairman is done in Ghana.
Etise.
Congratulations, Ghana.
Now Min Shao and Etise, I can speak tree, you know. Don't get twisted. We know we're the fufu. Congratulations to every single one of you guys. So we're gonna bring up our special guest. Before I do that, though, I'm gonna play a quick video, right? A quick 1-minute video of him, because just to show you guys, this gentleman really is the real deal. Mr. Matthew Rosa, Chairman 750.
We're dying to be a mentor. We're dying to be a leader. We're dying to make a difference. But we're paying attention to how can we get the team produced instead of how is it that we can impact. You see, earlier today I said people over profits. 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 You see, leaders, we come from a place of inspiration. We come from a place of motivation. We come from a place of education. And we always put people over profits, ladies and gentlemen.
That's the truth of you. You know that there's no one alive who can guess what you are capable of doing. The wisest among us cannot even guess what you are capable of doing. And every once in a while you find some poor soul that flop. Well, I wake up. And everything changes. Everything changes. We don't stop. Because you know what? Great. Smart work.
Let's welcome up our special guest, Chairman 750, Chairman 1 million loading. Let's get excited. Let's get the chat box popping. He's in here right now. Oh my gosh, he's here. He's here. Matthew Rosa.
Let's go.
Matthew,
What's happening?
Thank you for being here, bro.
Thank you for taking the time. We love and appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Man.
I love and appreciate you guys as well.
Man,
grateful to be here.
Grateful. How are you feeling, man? How is it over there, man? How is it over there in Miami? How is it over there, bro?
Dude, it's incredible, man. Blessed and highly favored. We just left March Madness, which was the first event we've got to do since lockdown. We had 6,500 people in attendance. It was extremely iconic. And I mean, the moment that we left that event, over the course of the past 72 hours, we've popped 3 new Chairman 10s, three new Chairman 10s, Chairman 25, like 9 P5000s. Momentum is amongst us. So I'm just grateful to be a part of it.
Wow. That was truly, we saw the party that was going on. We saw the performers on stage. We saw the jerseys. It was iconic, man. That was something that I wish I was literally just transported over there into Dallas, man. That was incredible, man.
It was amazing, bro. And it was such a weird 12 months. You know, we've been going event to event for the past 5-6 years. And then to make that transition, it was intense. It was something that exploded our businesses, but we missed each other, and to be in the same building as one another and feel that energy, it was just something that now I'm just so grateful to God that he allowed us that opportunity.
Wow, man, it's incredible, man. Well, thank you so much for being here once again, Matt. And before we go into the question, we've got a lot of questions to share with you, to ask you about, your experiences and so on. But just before we get into the questions, maybe just share a little bit about your story. For those who don't know, we've got a lot of new members in this call, Matt. We've had some crazy momentum in the UK. So we have a lot of people that are new, that haven't even met you in person. They've been here for the past 90 days. They're just, still on the whole Zoom thing. So just to let them know who you are and your background and where you're from and a little bit about yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Well, I see a lot of familiar faces on here. It's a pleasure to see you guys again. Big hugs to each and every single one of you guys. Junior, as always, man, I'm grateful for you. You're somebody that I've been attracted to your light since the day I met you. So the moment that you contacted me, I was like, yo, say no more, man. I'm in it to win it. And to the individuals that I don't know personally, it's an absolute pleasure. Welcome to the family. Welcome to the team. My name is Matt Rosa. I'm a Chairman 750, one of the top leaders here within I Am Mastery Academy. Been inside of this industry for 7 years now. And the first 3 years were a battle, to say the least. Being inside of this industry, my first 3 years, I never made anywhere between, anything more than $600 to $2,000 a month. I joined this industry not knowing what I was doing, no mentorship, just strictly off of YouTube, no accessibility to uplines or anything along those lines. But I fell in love with it because I come from a background where there were no legal entrepreneurs in my family. There were no individuals doing business. There were no individuals that had graduated high school, let alone college. So this industry allowed me to not be a product of my environment, right? It allowed me to create something where my environment was a product of who it was that I am. So for the first 3 years, I busted my tail. I fell in love with the industry. I was working full-time jobs while doing this industry. I was hustling on the side. And it took off when I found I Am Academy back in 2015. November of 2015, I reached out to an individual named Austin Godsey, who introduced me to a gentleman by the name of Christopher Terry. 15 minutes into the conversation, I knew exactly where this was going. I was in it to win it. I was a lifer with this guy. 15 minutes in, 2 hours in, I was absolutely head over heels for the vision and what it was that we could do in the vehicle that we were presented. We were able to accomplish the rank of Chairman 10 in 63 days with a crazy, sickening work ethic. Lost our entire teams. Anything that's built crazy fast, anything that goes up must come down. So deranked all the way back down to P1000, built it back up. We introduced the concept to Alex Morton, who was a longtime friend of ours. Alex jumped on board. He had no reason to join us, but when God has a plan, God has a plan. And then from there, a year after we hit Chairman 10, we hit Chairman 25. 3 months later, Chairman 50. 3 months later, Chairman 100. 6 months later, Chairman 250, making us the first 250s of the company. 8 months later, Chairman 500, making us the first 500s of the company. A year and some change later, Chairman 750, making us the first Chairman 750s of the company. And today we have an organization of over 200,000 active inside of our team, 300 plus Chairman 10s and above, over 35 Chairman 100s. And I really believe we're just getting this thing started. It's been a blessing beyond belief. And I'm just so grateful to be a part of it. I don't take any credit for this thing. All credit goes to God and the squad. But man, I'm excited to be along for the journey. And I know what's about to happen next. We're entering that phase of momentum. So it's about to get real rowdy.
Woo! Put some money faces in the chat, man. That's epic. Wow.
It's been a while. It's been a ride.
That's crazy, man. That's incredible. I think it's so important. A lot of new guys are here, and we have the privilege of knowing you and seeing you in person, but a lot of them don't even know that they see you on Instagram. It's like this mythical creature, Matthew Rosa. Who is he? Just to know who you are, man. It's incredible. So I want to drop the first question real quick. And my first question for you, Matt, is for those that are, let's say, at the beginning of their career in the industry, or they've been in it for a few years, and they're trying to crack through those first few ranks, those first few levels in the business, what would you suggest for people to build a strong, duplicatable culture in their business?
Yeah. So I think that the answer a lot of people are looking for is something systematic. And I'm a strong believer in systems, right? Systems save yourself time, energy, and money. But the thing with systems, they're like algorithms. You have to always go in, tweak them, and change them as time goes on. And there's nothing wrong with that. But before you duplicate a system, what you do is you want to duplicate a culture. A culture where it's people helping people, not people chasing rank. I think inside of this industry, it's so beautiful because there's so many mile markers, right? So many areas where you can track your progression. But the thing is, and I witness it all the time, people are always chasing these numbers. They're always chasing a rank. They're always chasing how much volume they have left. And because of that, they're basing their happiness upon these numbers, right? Not understanding that numbers are infinite. They never end. So our quest for happiness is never going to end. You see, the first thing I decided to build was a culture. The first thing that I wanted to duplicate, rather, was a culture where we're not building the rank, but we're building the people, understanding that the people then on build the rank. I didn't build a team of 200. I built a team of 200,000. I built a team of a few hundred, and they went on to build a team of 200,000. So before anything, you trying to break through to these ranks, help enough people get what it is that they want first, right? And it starts off with the heartbeat of this business, Platinum 600s. I think that Platinum 600 is one of the most obtainable and easy to hit ranks inside of this business. But it literally is enough money to shift someone's perspective. I remember the first $600 I made in this industry. I was blown away. I was in love. I knew for a fact that if I can make 600, I can make 600K in a month, right? So with that being said, it's as simple as help 3 get 3. This business is simple, guys. It's easy to do, but it's easy not to do. Like, really think about it. What are we doing? I've been doing the same damn skill sets that I like on a skill set perspective, same skill sets for the past 7 years. First and foremost, build a list. Second, from there on out, invite. Third, present the plan. Fourth, edify. Fifth, close. List, invite, present, edify, close. I mean, you're continuously doing these same skill sets over and over and over again. So don't try to get, or don't get overwhelmed. Not try to get overwhelmed. Don't get overwhelmed on the skill sets that are required inside of this business. You're going to get sharper and sharper and sharper as time goes, but you want to duplicate a proper culture, right? Because literally everything rises and falls on the leadership within the culture.
Wow. Strong answer, bro. Strong answer. Thank you so much.
Of course.
Katrina?
Thank you so much for that answer, because I'm sure that literally clarified for literally for my team, and I'm so happy that they heard it from someone that makes significantly more money. Okay, so my question to you, Matt, is I know you had some low points in your journey. Most people would have gave up at these low points where it seemed, like it weren't going to happen for you. What is it that kept you going in those low points?
Yeah, faith. Faith. Before I had spiritual faith in my creator, I had faith in myself. I remember seeing Morton at my very first opportunity event that I ever attended inside of network marketing. And he was an individual that was talented. He had this big old smile. I mean, like, I know some of y'all looking at me like, yo, you too, like, yo, these is fake. I got mine done when I caught the bag. But this dude had this smile and the bust down and well-spoken, and he was looking right. But I looked at him just like I looked at any other person that I've ever met in my life. And I said, yo, you got 10 toes, 10 fingers, just like me. You breathe the same exact air. You got the same 24 hours in a day. We have the same exact comp plan, the same exact products. Like, if you can do this, I could do this. And that's the type of mentality that I've always had in myself with whatever it is that I do, whether it's training MMA, whether it's my music, whether it's building this business, becoming a husband, becoming a leader, whatever the case is, I've always had this faith in myself. So for me, throughout the hard times, the faith in myself, it just never wavered. Like, I was like, yo, these tough times aren't going to last, but the tough individual that I am is definitely going to last. And then the second component to this is going to definitely be my why. There were times where I wanted to quit on myself. There were times where the going got so rough that I became just so frustrated. And multiple times in my career, I was like, yo, am I really going to stick around? I knew it was possible, but when you're broke, it feels like there's a time limit, right? It feels like a ticking time bomb going on. And I was like, yo, how long am I going to stick around for this to become a reality for myself? But I would remember the conversations I had with my family. And I had some amazing conversations with my family, with my wife, and they were easy to have. The mom, dad, I'm going to retire you. Babe, don't worry, we're going to be traveling the world together. We're filling out passports. I'm going to make sure that my future kids are taken care of. My little brother, my sister, I had amazing conversations with them. And those were amazing conversations to have, but those are easy. I would remind myself of the hard conversation that I would have to have if I quit. Yo, mom, dad, I'm not going to be able to retire you because I didn't grind as hard as I said I was going to grind. Yo, little bro, little sis, I'm not going to be able to take care of you because I quit that thing I was talking to you about. Yo, babe, I'm not going to be able to help you travel the world because I didn't keep my word. And the thought of having those conversations after having the ones that I had already had with them with such positive light, I couldn't fathom the idea of having those conversations. So I couldn't quit on that why.
100%. Thank you so much for that answer. Amazing answer.
Honestly, amazing question and an amazing answer. You know, Matt, for me, I remember my first event actually, you know, I believe it was in Vegas and we was at a convention. I think the one after we went to Miami. And when I say you've done one of the biggest trainings that ever took place in my life, and you went over the types of growth, and you said this thing, it's still stuck in my head. You said getting older is automatic, but getting better isn't. And that's one thing that really stuck in my mind. I love that. And then you went on to speak about growing your spirit, growing your body, and growing in the environment that you create. So, you know, you spoke about what if the why doesn't happen and believing in yourself. But speaking on the spiritual side that you also said you went on to develop, I'm sure, you know, you've manifested a lot of things in your life. And for a lot of the people on this call right now, they're looking to do the same thing. You know, what processes or, you know, what experiences or what tips would you give to someone when it comes to manifesting their goals? Because of course we have to believe big, but we also have to work big as well. So, you know, what would you say in terms of manifesting your goals and really believing?
Yeah, so the first thing I'm gonna talk about is patience. I'm not sure what your belief system is, but I know that my creator is going to give me whatever it is that I desire, whatever it is that I ask for, whatever it is that I want inside of my heart, right? But I also believe that it's not according to my will and my timing, right? It's according to theirs. And often they're going to, I believe our creator prolongs our success because we're not ready for that success just yet. Yeah, the success is inevitable. The desires are inevitable. But that patience is going to see first and foremost how bad it is that you want it, but it's going to enable you to be able to learn the skill sets that are needed in order to go out and be able to maintain it when you do receive what it is that you want, right? So patience, man, patience, it doesn't make perfect, but it makes permanent. And with that patience, throughout that entire patience, I was conscious enough to learn the skill sets that were needed. So when that success was given to me, I knew exactly what to do with it. You know, Michael Jordan spoke to, I was watching The Last Dance, and Michael Jordan would speak to the sideline, right? The bench players, right? And he would let them know, you know, your time is going to come. Your time is going to come. When your time comes, if I give you the ball and you don't know what to do with it, you're not getting that ball from me again. And that's the type of mentality that I had. I got to be ready when the rock is thrown to me, right? Because when the rock is thrown to me, what I do with it is going to determine whether or not I get to keep it. The second thing is a belief aspect, man. Like we hear so much about belief inside of this, especially since joining this industry, that I really think it goes over people's heads. And it's like, you got to believe big. That's not just something that these leaders are talking about to get you to stay in the business. Like, nah, yo, we're literally talking about these things because I promise you guys, there's a method to the madness. And there truly is a method to the madness. Think about belief like a t-shirt, right? Think about a belief like a t-shirt. If I took this t-shirt off, I gave it to Junior and I said, hold this. And I began to walk it across the room. It's going to stretch and stretch and stretch. And no matter what we do, we can never get that t-shirt to fit its original size, right? So here we are with our minds. Our belief is stretching our minds, right? And we're never going to go back to the original thought patterns. We're never going to go back to the original habitual patterns. We're never going to go back to thinking the same way if you stretch that mind. And the only way you can stretch that mind is with a crazy, undeniable belief system. Literally everything that I have in my life, I believe that I could have. And it's a wild, like I call it a superpower, yo. Like I literally told my wife when we were 15 and I was friend zoned, you're going to be my wife before we're 30. And we're going on 3 years of marriage, 9 years together. I remember
saying when I saw the top 200 list that we'd be top 10 on there. Right now, I believe we're number 5 or 6. We're coming for that number 1 spot. I remember saying that Alex Morton, and I said this jokingly, that Alex Morton would be in my business. And now look, we're working together. So literally everything that I've ever said and truly believed has happened, not according to my will, but it has happened nonetheless. And the last thing is you got to walk it like you talk it. Real talk, you really got to walk it like you talk. If you're going to manifest stuff, like, yo, it's cool. You can manifest things, but if you don't have that grind to back it up, then I'm letting you know right now, you're not manifesting, you're daydreaming, right? You're really not manifesting, you're daydreaming. You got to walk it like you talk it. Like, yo, people are not listening to what you say as much as they're watching what it is that you do. I promise you that much. Leadership is literally monkey see, monkey do, not monkey say, monkey do. Right? Leadership is monkey see, monkey do. They're watching what it is that you're saying. And you can't have the audacity to tell someone to go recruit when your PRSV has 3 digits in it, right? You can't have the audacity to go out there and tell people that they need to use the products when you're active on an IBO account, right? You can't have the audacity to sit there and ask people to throw events or throw calls when you're not the individual hosting those calls or throwing those calls yourself. 7 years inside of the game, I haven't taken a full day off inside of this business. And yeah, it's exhausting, but being broke is exhausting as well. I get to choose my exhaustion, right? What was exhausting was shopping or working at stores I couldn't shop at, or cooking food that I couldn't afford to eat, or seeing my family struggle and not having an answer for them. So I chose my exhaustion. And it's become a lifestyle for me. It's not, yo, I'm taking a day off. Like, they give you days off at your job because they know you need a break, but you don't need a break from a life that you create. So for me, it boils down to, having that patience, having that belief system, and then from there on out, going out and doing what it is that you said you was going to do, right? I may not be the most talented in this business. I'm not the best looking chairman. I'm not the best speaker. I'm not the best trainer. I don't have the highest PRSV, but yo, ain't nobody outworking me. Nobody and their mama is outworking me. Like, I can't hit no more ranks. I could be out on the beach chilling, but this is my baby. This is my legacy. I don't own the company, but I take ownership of the business.
That right there, that's the. Hey, listen, my heart is beating fast after that.
That's some bars right there,
bro. You came like busy, bro. You came like, what's that guy? What's that guy? That Spanish.
But babe, he has music dropping,
Yeah, you need to put that in the next song, Matt, bro. You got to put
it. Yeah.
Bro, you came with some drizzy. You came with some. Oh man. Well, Matt, you know what? It's so funny that Kat just mentioned. Kat is telepathy is working, man, because she mentioned music. And I was going to actually, a lot of people come into this business, right? And they have talents, right? I'm a musician myself. And yeah, guys, haven't seen the music. A little plug for you guys. Don't worry. Soon the music's coming. Me and Karen Montana, little features, But I realized something. You, Bryce is doing music now. Nate's doing music now. Cash doing music. What I noticed was a lot of the guys, you've sacrificed a lot of, and you've suppressed a lot of desires that you love. A lot of people join the business, they want to still have their things that they're doing. I still want to do music. I want to do this sport, that sport. And it's like, they don't understand the meaning of sacrificing what they love now. Otherwise, what they love will become the sacrifice. So can you explain to the people, especially the new guys or the people that are trying to come up about because you sacrifice. I remember when you was chairman 2550, you wasn't doing no snowboarding. You wasn't doing no music. You wasn't buying all these thousands of sneakers.
No yacht cruises, babe. No yacht cruises.
No yacht cruises. But you suppress your desires for a moment, and then boom, now they can see the lifestyle. So can you explain about the need of sacrifice and the importance of that?
Yeah, no doubt. Sacrifice is giving up something you can't afford in order to succeed, right? And for a lot of people, that's different things. I had to sacrifice a lot in order to expedite my process so I could focus. Concentrated focus, right? Not just your everyday subconscious focus, but concentrated and conscious and cognitive focus towards one specific task and goal. So there were different pillars in my life that I had to sacrifice. I had to sacrifice from a family perspective where, I was on the road during Mother's Day. I was on the road during my wife's birthday. And it didn't feel good having to celebrate things like that through FaceTimes. But my wife has a full passport. She's almost chairman 10. And my mom just got a brand new crib. Like, sacrifice means for now, right? I had to sacrifice So for instance, I personally, I love smoking, right? I don't think that there's anything wrong with smoking. I think that there's everything wrong with escaping your reality. I think that if you're going to smoke, it's because you are celebrating or you are, you know, sitting down and relaxing from a hard day's work. And Jason came to me when we were on our Chairman 25 running. He was like, sacrifice that, give it up in order to go up. And I completely did. I had to sacrifice going out and drinking, right? A lot of the times I missed a lot of celebrations with my friends, a lot of good nights with my friends, but I'm not trying to be in the club if I got to go into the club and look at the menu and see if I can afford a bottle, right? Like that's not it. If you got to look at a menu, if you got to split a bottle with your boys, you're in the wrong club, right? You know, I had to sacrifice my passions. Man, I've literally, music has been my thing forever. Like since I was 12 years old, self-taught. I play piano. I'm a singer songwriter. I play guitar. You know, right now recording this record. And I know how much time, I know how much energy, I know how much passion that takes. And I also knew having the right people around me would expedite that process as well, just like anything in life. So I sacrificed that. I sacrificed so much in my life because I couldn't afford it at that moment. I sacrificed sleep. I sacrificed being in my own bed. I mean, there were times where I'd be on the road for 30 to 40 days at a time, come back, do laundry, stay at home for a week and jump right back on the road in order to continue going around the world and spreading this message and spreading this vision. So I think that sacrifice, anyone that is extremely successful, and I'm talking about anyone that's extremely successful at one point or another has had to sacrifice not just a little bit, but exponentially in order to receive exponential results. So, sacrifice, it's not an option. Like, this isn't a suggestion that I'm making. It's literally instruction. It's an obligation that you have in order to become successful.
I remember you being on the road, bro. 30 days, Puerto Rico. You went to Congo, bro. Remember that?
Yeah, dude, that was wild.
You and Austin and Jason went to Congo.
We popped a chairman in Congo.
They went to Benin as well.
Yeah, Benin, Cote d'Ivoire, Congo. Yeah.
That's when I said these guys are really in the trenches. Like, that is not a joke. That's amazing, man.
Yeah.
Wow. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so I have one last question because I know you're strapped for time, but this one is really important to me because I've found that a lot of people are finding, their faith through this academy, and I know you're a man of God, so I wanted to ask you this question. How important is God in your life? Can you expand on the part God plays in your success?
Yeah, absolutely. So I grew up baptized Catholic. Then my family got me into church at one point in my life. I had a negative experience in church. I got into some trouble when I was a kid, and the church kind of shunned me. And I was kind of blacklisted, and I had this negative taste in my mouth for religion, right? And I'm not a religious man. I have a relationship with Christ. I have a relationship with my Creator. And I remember coming into this business, and little everyone started talking about God, and I was like, man, this is kind of making me feel uncomfortable. Like, what's going on? But then I also recognized nothing grows inside of that comfort zone. And one day I was a Chairman 100, and Chairman 100, I mean, it happened so fast, right? And I had no guidance. Remember, I have no upline. I'm kind of, Chris Terry's my mentor, but dude, I'm kind of just like figuring things out myself at this point. And I'm young. I think I must have been 24, 25 at Chairman 100, 25 at Chairman 100. And I'm receiving all this money. And I'm in the club nonstop. I'm having a blast. I'm partying. I'm celebrating. And then it turned into from once a week to twice a week to 3 times a week to 4 times a week, Thirsty Thursdays, Taco Tuesdays, Whiskey Wednesdays, Manic Mondays. And I was just nonstop. And one day I woke up and I was extremely hungover. I was very empty. And I didn't want to get out of bed. And I felt this depression and this heaviness. And I knew what it was. I was like, man, I know exactly what it is. I have all the money I want. I have all of the monetary success that I could have asked for. I'm a 7-figure earner at this point, and I'm still empty. I'm helping people around the world and I'm still empty. And I knew it was. And I actually contacted David Monetier. He was like the closest figure of authority that I had towards somebody that publicly spoke about God. And I contacted him. He was like, look, man, throw on some praise and worship, go into your backyard and just talk to your creators. I was like, all right, bet. And I went outside and I started bawling, like literally bawling. I'm in my backyard and I'm bawling like a baby. And I contacted a friend of mine out of like desperation. He was a pastor actually. And he was like, yeah, dude, I'll pull up tonight. But then he texted me. He was like, yo, I don't have your address. Send me your address. He had only been to my house once. And I saw that as a sign. I was like, I'm feeling better. Like, I don't need him to come. So I ignored the text. About an hour later, he knocks on the door and he's like, yo, I found the house. I drove around for a little bit and I found the house. And I was like, oh man. So he invited me to pray that night. We prayed. And then he was like, yo, you got to find a home. So I spent about 6 months looking for a home. And I went to multiple different churches and just trying to find that relationship with God. And then when I did so, I finally found a church by the name of VU Church with Pastor Rich Wilkerson. He's an understudy of John C. Maxwell. And from there on out, I literally realized that my problems are not mine to fight. My issues are not my issues. My shame that I had inside of my life was pulling me further away from God. And the moment I started doing that, the coolest thing was that it began to open the gateway for other people to go out and build that relationship as well. And that was never my intention. My intention was just to get close to my creator. My intention was to put my faith in something much bigger than I am. And it's played a massive role in everything because, when the going gets rough, like, I'm calm. Like I know there's a seed in everything that I'm going through. And through seed plus time in an environment that's conducive towards growth equals harvest every single time. So even in the bad, I understand that there's a seed that's being planted. It doesn't matter if I'm feeling overworked, there's a seed being planted. It doesn't matter if volume's going down, there's a seed being planted. It doesn't matter if me and my wife are not on the best terms, there's a seed being planted. It doesn't matter if a leader leaves my business, there's a seed being planted. It doesn't matter if I blow my account, there's a seed being planted in absolutely everything that's going on. So it's given me that peace of mind knowing that the harvest is coming because I'm going to allow time. And I know for a fact that it's planted in an environment that's conducive towards its growth. So it's just given me that peace of mind. It's enabled me to, when I go speak, I don't speak based off of my words. I speak based off of the prayer I always ask God. I say, look, man, I'm about to put on your jersey and I'm gonna step onto that court right now. And I ask that it's you that speaks through me upon open ears. I ask that it's your words flowing through me and not my own. I ask that I'm not speaking for selfish reasons, but I'm speaking for service reasons. I'm asking that I'm doing your will and your job through me, right? Allow me to be that vessel. So it's just enabled me to tap into a different place in my mind, a different place in my soul, a different place of my heart, where I'm genuinely speaking from a perspective of where I'm not leading for me, I'm leading for others. I'm leading and I'm doing kingdom work, right? And it's given me that Godfidence, not that confidence, but that Godfidence to be able to tell my story effectively and efficiently in front of nations and nations and nations, and just understand that, the going's getting rough. It's all right. Like, who has my back? If God's for you, nobody could be against you. So we good.
Oh my gosh. Listen, that answer, you over delivered on that answer. Thank you so much, Matt. Love and appreciate you. That was my last question.
Love and appreciate you.
Right, we have 2 more questions, bro. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's perfect, man. There's a seed being planted for real. Okay, cool. So, for a lot of people that are, new to entrepreneurship or new to trading, and they're on this call right now, and they're going up the ranks, they're really getting into this platform. Let's paint the picture. Let's say you wake up, right? What are some of the things you do in the morning? Because I know a morning routine is absolutely key to have a great day, have a successful day, something that you talk about all the time. So what would your morning routine look like, and how important is it to have one for every person on this call right now?
Yeah, my morning routine is everything. And I honestly didn't pick up a morning routine until I got into quarantine. Because I would literally wake up and the first thing I did was look at my phone. The first thing and it's just like a paralysis. Like you just like, you're getting subconsciously hit with nonstop messages, and you're scrolling through social media, and you're experiencing just like the wrong dose to start your day. I literally don't start taking calls till about like 11, 12, to be honest with you. And the reason being is I'm up by around 8 in the morning. The first thing I do is I turn over, I kiss my wife. I don't, fellas, a lot of you guys have a gorgeous queen laying next to you, and you touch your phone before you touch her. There's something sus there. There's something going on that ain't supposed to be going on there, right? So the first thing I do is I roll over and I kiss my wife. Then I get up, and I'm all about solitude in the morning. Solitude is absolutely everything, right? Not isolation. Isolation means that you're pushed away, right? But solitude is a time that you're spending by yourself or with God, and it's just undivided me time, right? So during that solitude, like the first thing I'll do is I'll walk over to the fridge, I down a bunch of water, and then I serve myself up some coffee. And I'm big on music, man. I'm huge on music. I know I should be doing my personal development first thing in the morning, but nah, yo, like I'm massive on music. So I play on some music, get my day turned up. And I start practicing gratitude, right? And I have a 3-2-1 rule, right? Thanks for 3 things that I'm grateful for in the world, 2 people that I'm grateful for, and 1 intention that I'm grateful I had the opportunity to be able to accomplish. And then from there, I try my best to meditate daily. I always talk to God. I pray literally all throughout my day, but I always talk to God in the morning, and it's not me getting on my knees and praying. It's just like, yo, what's up, God? I appreciate you. It's usually just, yo, thank you, 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 thank you. And I talk to God like one of my homies, to be honest with you. Like, I'm just like, yo, I appreciate you for real, for real. You know, keep me disciplined today, so on and so forth. A few of the intentions that I have with him. And then I do some sort of personal development. I like to do a lot of audios. That's my thing. I'm not big on reading. It takes me like a year to finish a book. I don't know if I have ADD or whatever it is, but like I'll read a page and I'm like, yo, what the hell did I just read? So I do audios and I take notes while I'm listening to the audios, and that's what helps me the most. And then some sort of physical activity at least 5 days a week. Your body is your temple, and your emotion is strictly correlated with your motion. And if you live in a dormant state, like, yo, you got to get up, you got to do something. Like during quarantine, I got in the most shape I've ever been in my life, right? Your boy gained a few lbs after quarantine opened up because your boy was out eating, partying, having a good time, celebrating. But you know, every day we were on the balcony. I lived in an apartment over the beach, and every day we were working out on the balcony, getting our bodies right, going for runs, so on and so forth. And then from there, I answer all my messages. By like 11:30, I'm answering every single message that I have, and then I start my day by like 11:45, 12. But that morning, the 8 to 11, that's my everything. Those 3 hours are my everything. And I'm telling you, like, if I don't have that for me, my day, I start getting anxious. My day doesn't go in a pattern that I would like for it to go. And I'm just not in a vibe and a flow that I appreciate.
Wow. Nah, I totally resonate with that, bro. You know, when you don't start the day right, it's crazy. It has a crazy effect on the day. So that was my question, man. Love, appreciate you, bro. Thank you so much.
Man, thank you, Matt, bro. I mean, some of the answers are just, it just amazes me to see, because I've seen your growth. I remember seeing my first webinar of you when you was Chairman 25, you was talking about inviting. me and Kat was having some red wine. Back in 2018, I think it was. And yeah, I remember seeing you, man. Like, wow, Chairman 750. It's amazing, bro. God's so good. Last question for you, Matt.
Remember the IML Elite page? That's where I learned the invite from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We use that, you know, be in a hurry. Schedule.
Add value, take it away.
Yeah.
Works like a charm every
And
time.
your wife's one as well is brilliant.
Yeah, she's a savage. She's really a savage. She's like 60 away from chairman right now in 5 months.
Oh, let's
She's
go.
a beast. She a beast. She's different. Her grind be making me uncomfortable.
Wow, man, that's incredible, man. We're just so blown away. But Matt, last question, man. I mean, one of our upcoming chairman, Mr. JD, just asked a question. He had to put it in the chat boxes here. And you were saying a question is for you. Last question is discipline. And this is maybe a 2-part question for people that are in the business currently, because I think a lot of the time they come into the business, they might hit a rank, you know, and it might be a big rank. Oh, wow, I could have. okay, you know, and now it's like they a few things they were doing to get there, they stopped doing it. And also you got new people that come in and it's like they're trying to get their thing off the ground and they think that it's just going to happen. So what's your advice for anyone disciplined? How do they stay disciplined? How do they stay, you know, really stay, you know, in a state of discipline and, you know, with the task at hand?
I think that it brings me back to one of my favorite talks that I've done. And discipline is, at the end of the day, dedication. That's what discipline is. It's being dedicated towards something. And calls like this really motivate people. Calls like this really get people excited, to get them fired up. But motivation is a feeling, right? And feelings, they come and go. I mean, think about it. When's the last time you've been mad forever, sad forever, happy forever, frustrated forever? Feelings, they come and go. And when you're motivated, you know, Drake has a line that he says, don't get hyped for the moment and start to backpedal. That's what I look at discipline as. That's what I define discipline as, getting excited. But when life happens, what happens, right? You're motivated to lose weight. A year later, we're fatter than we were. You know, we're motivated to quit this job. A year later, we're asking for a raise or more hours. We're motivated to hit chairman. A year later, we're saying, well, you know what? I'm not sure this is for me. We're motivated to be in that relationship, but a year later, it becomes the ball and chain. We're motivated for the opportunity, but a year later, it becomes that obligation. We're motivated. Motivation, it comes and goes, right? That's why we're always doing things like these calls or personal development in order to get our minds right. It's like a shower. You got to consistently motivate yourself, right? But dedication is what you want, right? Dedication, that discipline aspect. You see, dedication is doing what it is that you swore to do long after the feeling of when you made that commitment fades. That's what dedication is. Dedication is a verb. It's not a feeling. Dedication is something that you consciously and continuously do. So I don't people always ask me like, how do you stay motivated? I'm not motivated. There's days I wake up and I don't want to grind. There's days that I wake up and I'm anxious. There's days that I wake up and I'm angry. There's days I wake up and I'm depressed. You know, I'm a human being. Like I'm not just because I'm chairman 750 don't mean I got everything all figured out. But one thing is I'm dedicated. So even on the days that I don't want to do something, I get up and I do it even harder because I know I need to get that thing done. And when I get it done, there's a feeling of self-accomplishment after doing so. So at the end of the day, you want to be disciplined. You want to be dedicated to something. It's all up here. There's no practice that you can do. There's no amount of books that you can read. There's no amount of talks that you can listen to. It's get the fuck up and do it. That's exactly what it is. You want to be disciplined no matter what. Get your ass up and get it done. I have a rule. I count down from 5. If I need to do something, I'm like, all right, 5, 4, 3, 2, get up and do it. Yeah. Like I don't give myself an option to not do it. Right. And I start like, for me, like if I got to text somebody, I don't say like, I got to hit that person up. If something like that pops in my mind is something I got to do, I do it right then and there. Like literally right then and there. If I gotta do something around I do it right then and there. And by doing so, how you do anything is how you do everything. So you literally start implementing this in everything that you do. And I think it's powerful, truly, because motivation, it'll play tricks on you, man. It'll play tricks on you. You'll get off this call ready to run through walls. You'll get off this call like, that's it. I made the decision to go chairman. But then you'll get fired from your job and you're like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this. You'll get dumped and you'll be like, I don't know if I'll be able to do this. You'll get a call from the homies that are going out and you'll be like, I'd rather go do that than jump on a late night call, whatever the case may be. So at the end of the day, there's no secret recipe to it. It's get your ass up and get this thing done. And if you don't get it done, make yourself feel bad. Like genuinely hold yourself accountable and make yourself feel bad, because I don't just count my blessings, but I also count my failures. And those failures, I'm very conscious of them. I'm like, you messed up here, bro. Like you didn't do what it is that you said you was going to do. And that's going to prolong a lot of things in your life because, all right, there's going to be times where you slip up once. Cool. Right? Maybe even 2 times. But by the time you get to that 3rd slip up, now you're creating a pattern. And when that pattern is created, it's going to seep into everything that you begin to do. And I just remind myself like, all right, cool. You just slept. You slept on that right now. Right. I'm not hard on myself. I'm like, I acknowledge it. I'm like, all right, that's my mess up. That's my mess up. I can't do that again tomorrow. And if I do it again tomorrow and it happens the third time, now I'm on a downtrend. And that's where shit becomes a problem.
Sheesh. Man.
Accountability.
Any last words, guys? Any last words? Listen, I'm just taking it all in. I'm just taking this. Man, woo!
It's just too much value. It's just a lot of value. I mean, these answers, Matt, thank you. You know, you're speaking from a lot of experience and it's exactly the confirmations that we need. So thank you. I appreciate you. We appreciate you. Everybody appreciates you guys. Show him some love in the chat, please, if you got insane value from
Love y'all. Love y'all. And honestly, thank you so much for having me on this thing. Junior, I've told you before, whatever it is that you need, I'm here to serve, man, in any which way possible. So trainings, op calls, you just let me know, call upon me. Servant leadership to the max. But y'all got an insane lineup of leadership here. Stay close to this campfire, y'all. Each and every single one of you guys that are on this call, you know, they don't need to do this. When you paid your initial investment, when you pay your monthly subscription, you're paying to get access to products and education. All this is extra. So don't take this for granted. I think a lot of people tend to take leadership for granted and take, you know, systems for granted and take calls like this for granted. And they don't need to do this. Same way I don't need to do this. Same way you don't need to be on this call, right? Don't take things for granted right now, because it's access to information like this that could potentially change that situation that you're trying to switch up. So Junior, I appreciate you inviting me onto this call. Katrina, Montel, God bless you guys. Anything that I can do, I'm 100% hands on deck. Let's get it.
Thank you so much, bro. Thank you so much.
You got
777 once again, brother Matt. I'll see you in Miami, bro, real soon.
Let's get it. Let's get it.
Open up the borders, man. I'm right there.
Yo, let me know. I'm trying to get back into the UK, so I'll see y'all soon as well.
Okay, awesome.
Y'all stay up. I'll talk to you guys soon.
Love you, bro. Thank you so much.
Love you too, fam.
Thank you.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. The recording will be out in a few minutes. Get yourselves a notepad. If you haven't taken notes, take notes again after when you watch the recording. Take notes again tomorrow. Keep applying the information, guys. Any last words? My love.
Well done for attending this call, guys. You showed up for your success, and because of that, you got the gems. Apply it, and guys, just remember that April is the month where everything that you've been working towards, I'm telling you right now, work harder this month. Put in more effort, put in more grind, lose sleep this month, go harder, because this month is where your results are going to show up multiplied. So if right now you're not going as hard as you can, I'm telling you right now, go harder. This month we're breaking chairmans this month. We are breaking chairmans this month. There's 500 people on this school. We're breaking chairmans this month. You better be one of them. You can be one of them. April is the biggest month in this industry. What are you doing about it? What kind of grind are you putting in? What kind of hustle are you putting in? What kind of sacrifices are you making? What kind of vision do you have for your organization? What kind of vision do you have for yourself? You need to go all in this month. I'm telling you, quit the excuses, quit the rubbish that you're saying, quit, listen to your mentors and run this month. Whoever your mentor is, go and let your mentor know you're ready to hit the next level. Let your mentor know you're ready to hit the next level. Listen to your mentor's instructions. And I'm telling you guys, this is going to be your biggest month in this business. There's so many crazy incentives on the table. How hard are you running for those cash incentives? So guys, let's do this. I'm telling you, April, we are breaking chairmans back to back. You're going to see chairman flyers drop, and you're going to wish that you had put in the work, you put in the grind. Go hard now. Go hard now. I don't want you to have regrets at the end of April. Guys, you have to recognize you're in an opportunity. This is your gateway to your first 6 figures. I come from a family where there's no 6-figure earners in my family except me. I'm the first 6-figure earner out my family. I'm going to be the first 7-figure earner out my family this year. Amen. Guys, just because you don't come from a rich family must come from you. Your family needs you to go 6 figures. Your family needs you to go 7 figures. What kind of grind are you putting in this month? April is the month. I'm telling you, all in massive action, all out massive action. Go all in April. Okay, that's all I wanted to end off with. Yes. Handing back over to you guys.
Yeah, you dropped the mic, yo. You dropped the mic. We're going to close it right.
Okay. All right, well, bye, family.
You see, guys, let's get it.